I'll be ranking Mother of the Goddess Dormitory episode 10. I'll be watching it off the Verb's website, and I will be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Oh, hell yeah. I'm pumped up for these. Apparently the season finale. I like how he instantly has a lewd thought he sneezes. I'm sure it's more than just the cold, though. Whoa! Then it looks like she hasn't slept in ages. Oh, hell, even with the panda-like eyes with the sleep bags on her eyes, she still looks good, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm assuming, yeah, she's definitely gonna be needing things for our boy as a gift. How many times is she gonna No, seriously, how many times is she gonna renovate her room? And I'm sure the year after that, she'll try to upgrade it to a level 5. Whoa! Whoa, okay, I hope that isn't a death flag. Or any type of disease. Maybe Minaru's been experimenting with them weird shit. Nah, I'm just super paranoid. It's probably something else. Probably just fatigue. I like how she doesn't even deny it anymore to other women when it comes to her feelings towards Koshi. I'm assuming it's going to be, one of those new moon where there's, well, at least the moon is invisible at the place that they're currently in, at least in the place of Japan, anyway. Oh, just picking up on it. Okay. I just wonder if he's become super pro status where he's finally got past the teasing, or he didn't legitimately notice what Minone was saying. Or maybe a mix of both. It is actually nice, though, where Koshi's become at the full acceptance of his new home, and how it actually summarizes it pretty well without being artificial either. Aww. But even though she says that, everything does come to an end eventually, though. But at least they'll have a bonds and moments that they'll never forget. Looking at it optimistically. Why does the piggy? No, seriously, why does a piggy bank look like that? What? Creeps me the fuck out looking at it for some reason. Normally, we all know that she would jump at the chance, but we all know she's probably needing something for her boy. That's why she rejected that invite, because normally she'd be all gung-go about it. Yeah! I mean, it couldn't have been anything else. And you know what fits in line with Venice too? So I actually like this scene where she sacrifices short-term pleasure to go for something longer term. I like how here he's more focused about Athena than focusing on the fact that he's alone with Kiraya at the moment. But I like this though. It reminds us where his priorities are. Not to say I have anything against Kiraya, but because I don't. She's an awesome person too. But I'm just gonna root for whoever makes our boy the happiest the most. He could buy a day before just to play it safe, because sometimes food sells out on New Year's. First it was suggestions for how to dress, and now she's looking for suggestions on like cooking and all. Oh! Oh, fuck. I mean, I hope it's just exhaustion and any underlying diseases. Oh, it's probably just a fever or a cold. It's probably just a cold. I mean, I've seen so many animes where it looks like an enemy character's about to die, but it's just the cold. Oh, that would probably heal most men. Yo, it's just it's already worked. I didn't think she knew that center face though in this instance, though. I just lost it. I fucking know, but damn, why is it an anime? They portray the cold as something so epic that like can kill you. I'm like, what the fuck? Like seriously, for anyone that lives in Japan, is the cold that deadly? Because seriously, I have a cold. Like seriously, there are moments where I have a cold, yet I have enough stamina to work literally 10 hours, YouTube like 6 videos straight, sleep like 4 or 5 hours, and then wake the fuck up. This is me though. I don't know about y'all, but is the cold that deadly? Because I've worked under the cold before. I'm just, I'm just really curious about this. But you know what? This is cute though. She was just so itching to hear. Was she prepared for this? Like, did she know ahead of time that Koshi was going to be sick and she wore that nurse outfit underneath? Athena would probably look good in that outfit, though. I ain't going to lie. But now is not the moment for that, though. Whoa! What the bear? Okay, what type of apple is that? Because I've crushed apples before, and they don't have that much. That has to be that genetically modified shit. No, yeah. That's gonna probably cause a lot of cuts in her hand. I love this. And all of them like Satsuya's like the most worried. That says a lot about her though. I mean, honestly, don't get me wrong. I could see why I should be a little bit pissy towards Koshi, but it's not all his fault. It's got to be up to the girls too for not explaining it much more properly that it isn't as bad. Yo! I wasn't expecting this. Yeah, they're really close within kiss shot distance there. Oh, her lip was right on his lips. Oh, we were so close. I like this. Rose in the immunity, and then we know who they ship. Woo-wee! I could ship that too, don't get me wrong. We know what they're thinking. Oh! How did I not notice Ray there? She looks like she's about to go adult rated with her boy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It looked like she was going to play more than just a doctor. She was also simply going to be playing our boy's booty call and mistress simultaneously, too, by the way it was going. That looks like poison. I hope he does not drink that. I mean, she is legitimately trying to. Wow. Hey, at least the liquid wasn't white. It could be worse. Oh! I mean, why the fuck not? Mother Nature. I'm surprised our boy isn't bleeding blood. I think they should be taking Athena to a doctor. That's a lot of blood there. And because all the girls come together to take care of Koshi, considering that Koshi's always telling the mother dormitory stuff. That's nice. In moments like, I mean, they've always felt like a family unit, but here it further reinforces the whole family vibe. No, there's no way this series is gonna end with a fire. It's gotta be consistency having a intense fever because of his cold. Yeah. Besides, there's no way they would have let him actually stay there by themselves. There'd at least be one girl there just in case. Probably willing to get Koshi out of there in case there were a fire. I'm assuming Kiraya is gonna blush. She's realizing what she's doing. I am surprised Frey actually got Serene to actually cosplay. That's the biggest shocker, considering that the moon ain't. Well, those are some. Those are okay. I guess gotta say those are what we call organic sponges. Yes, made of natural flesh and meat. Wow, I gotta say those are gonna be some of the most highest quality sponges I've seen in quite a while. There's nothing wrong with it. It's called thirst. She just needs to satisfy. That is an amazing though. Yes, she did, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna want to wear that after washing it. I like how Cody's just being nice. I know he's doing this just to make her feel better. That's cute, though. It sounds like Koshi's faking it. He's probably really cold. Yeah! I expected that, and he just barely showered, and he was just barely bathed, too. Yeah, what matters is the nutritional value. Why? Wait, is that even healthy? I like how that's how she justifies eating the eggs. That looks like poison. How she tested it out on other people before wanting to sit on Koshi. Exactly. I like how she says probably. But I knew she was going to say something like that. It doesn't mean that we're talking about. Well. Oh! I like him. It's like the most calmest one, considering she's always new to when experimenting. I mean, if her boy dies, oh, okay, that would have been like one of the most pleasant deaths in all of anime ever witnessed. No, he's probably happy that they're trying so hard for him. I mean, they may perceive it that way, but I don't think Koshi's going to perceive it like that. Whoa. I mean, it's not her fault though. I mean, how can she have predicted Koshi becoming sick? But I understand why Athena would be hard on herself, considering that she sees herself the older sister. But as an older sibling, sometimes you got to realize that you can't be there for someone in every single situation. It's just a part of growing up. Hey, where did Satsuo go anyway? Huh. No, that's the type of calm music I love right now. It's nice seeing what the others are doing too to pass the time. Oh. I actually like this character development for Satoa where because the old Satoa wouldn't have trusted these girls to look after Koshi all night. But now it's gotten to the point where she trusts all the girls enough to where she knows she can leave them in their hands. That's actually says a lot about Satoa there. Which I like. I was kind of getting worried that they were going to have Satoa here as window dressing, but no. They actually did more with her with a small amount of screen time. Hmm. Yeah, something like about this too. I actually like how it's a contrast against how most animes handle their season finales. I like how this series it's actually taking a much more calmer and relaxed approach, which is nice. It's subverts my expectations. Aww. I gotta admit, when she says I'd switch with the heartbeat, that's actually one of my favorite sequences involving Athena there, actually. Oh, that's so sweet. Like, even though, yes, our girls aren't there directly looking after Koshi, they still have this knack ready for Athena just due to all the effort she's going through. That is really damn cute. Hmm. Oh boy. Hey, I wonder if he's gonna confess his romantic feelings by accident. Because I've seen this happen in anime where characters are sick and they confess their romantic feelings, or at least give hints that they romantically care about a girl. Oh yeah, I actually love how it's summarizing the start of the series. I mean, hey, that's a start at the very least. And I love how here Athena summarized our boys uplifted her own life. Yeah, but it's not like the inappropriate ones are. Whoa! I even like how it implies that even the inappropriate moments were fun and all that kind of jazz. That's actually really cute there, actually. I love how half the message is sometimes, even if a situation may be awkward at first, it can turn into a positive memory eventually. I love how the episode has that kind of message. You know, lately there's been a trend of animes with characters encountering precious people to them in benches. Because I remember Higero also doing something similar too. Okay, for a second, it looks like she was going to actually go in for a smooch. gotta admit. Now that's like one of the most ultimate blue ball scenes I've ever seen in anime. But you know what? I'll give it credit. They sequenced it so well. Whoa! Their lips. They're this close. I even like the two in the animation where you can even see one of her hairs glow bright white. All right, I gotta admit. That's probably one of the best scenes involving Athena that bit because you see her say that calmly without any blushing or anything like that. That's actually really damn great. Ain't wrong about that. The mittens. I like the way she does it all in her sleep. But Takoshi, they're gonna be the best though. That's the thing because they're handmade. In most cases, nothing can be handmade stuff. Yes, I like that. I like how that's a follow up of the previous scene where she couldn't go with Koshi earlier because she was making the mittens and now they're made. She's willing to go with her boy. Oh, I'm at OG. Oh, those dresses are so damn cute. Oh no, don't tell me it's gonna be over because I want more, damn it. That's it? No! I want more, damn. But you know what? The series was good actually. Now, if I had to rate this as far as final episodes go on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm actually going to give this one a high tier 9 out of 10 because did I make plot progression? I mean, in a way, it kind of did because you have all of them set up to take care of Koshi, and the setup was really nice to see throughout the whole episode. You got a lot of emotional stakes this week, too. Because, for one, it further implied that Korea has those extra feelings for Koshi. You've got not only that, but it further emphasizes the fact that Athena is really getting comfortable with the way she was able to sleep near Koshi without blushing. It shows you how much she's grown as a lady, and she's matured a lot, too. And plus, I just love the twist of fate where it was our boy being the dorm mother, but then eventually it came full circle with everyone else taking care of Koshi. I love how it was a nice role reversal. It really helps reinforce the family dynamic in the series. And that's what I great narratively. And the jokes were hilarious too. Oh, there's after credits. Goddess Dormitory. All right, I like how they're all positioned for like. Okay, gotta admit that shot actually looks pretty cool. All right, that's cute. No, that's it. Fuck. But that was great though. But damn, y'all can't blame me for being a greedy little fuck though, because I would have wanted more episodes or a season 2 preview. But you know what? I loved what we got though, so I'm not gonna complain too much at all. Now, and saying that, there's also other bits I loved about this episode though, because from a character standpoint, it did a lot for Sutea, which is more than I could have ever imagined. Let me explain why it was so important for her. Because in some of the previous episodes, when it showed off Sutea, it showed off her abrasive side, how she was sometimes hitting her boy pointlessly for things that weren't his fault. I like how this episode, though, it was really balanced. Like when she was super worried about Koshi and she showed a lot of concern. I thought that was actually really cute. And it showed her growth too and her maturity when she was actually willing to leave because she trusted the other girls to take care of Koshi. I thought that was a really great scene there because the old Satel would have probably wanted to find a way of monopolizing Koshi or just trying to take care of him. But this new Satel is a lot more negotiable, a lot more agreeable, and I love that. I hope it goes well, also anime doji, but it doesn't seem like it's likely though, because usually with ecchi anime, for some reason, the odds of them getting season 2s are low for some reason. I hope it does though. I hope the series bucks the trend and it gets a season 2. Because I will gladly react to season 2 if I were to get one, but it just seems like the odds are low from all things considered. Hope I'm wrong though, because I love the series a lot. And that's why I thought the episode did great with Satel. And it wasn't just Satel. I love the development for some of the other characters too. For example, with Kadai, you can tell she's being much more in tune with her feelings because remember in the previous episode she paid attention to the whole wearing more feminine clothing thing after some roundabout comments from Koshi, and now in this episode she's now asking whether a good woman or a good wife would be someone that would cook. So she's already not even being subtle about her feelings with Koshi. And I love that. So you get advancement from that end when it comes to Kiraya. And you get advancement from all the other girls too, though. Of course, not as much as Athena, Sutea, or Kiraya. But with the other girls, you see them go through all these efforts to make sure that our boy's A-okay. And I love that. That's what really made the episode amazing for me because you just saw a metamorphosis for so many characters. And that's why script-wise, the episode did great. And from an animation standpoint, you can tell the animators, they went to work this week. I'm going to react to Hike's story next time, Doji, because Funimation premiered an early episode, so I'm going to react to that I'm going to try to react to it before anyone else does, for sure. So don't worry about that, Anime Doji. I will react to Hike's story, episode 1, after I'm done with this reaction. But let me explain what else I thought was amazing about this episode, though. What also thoroughly impressed me about this episode was just the fact that when it comes to other elements, I gotta say, the voice performances were great, especially from Athena's voice actress when she showed off concerned care for Koshi. How can I not love that? That was absolutely heartwarming. And aside from doing all that, I thought the artwork was really pretty. They made Athena look better than she usually does. And in addition to that, the music was good. I thought it fit the mood pretty well to a significant degree. And aside from all of that, something that I also gotta give the episode credit for too, that I'm not gonna forget, is the fact that, yeah, while this episode didn't resolve every single plot point in the series, it at least ended the series decently enough without ending it on like some kind of bullshit cliffhanger. Because I have been seeing that a lot for ecchi anime lately, where ecchi anime end, then I end on a freaking cliffhanger that's never gonna be resolved. At least this series doesn't resort to that type of travesty. So that's also something else I'm going to give the episode credit for. It's one of the few ecchi comedy that doesn't piss me the fuck off, and that is a rarity nowadays, because most ecchi anime I've seen lately have pissed me the hell off because they most of the time they just have bad animation, or they have inconclusive, or they're inconclusive. Well, yeah, I'm going to react to the World End Harem Anime Doji, but when it comes out, it's not even out yet. I checked on websites. It's not subtitled yet. So I'm just going to react to the Hike story when it comes to newer animes, because the Hike story it came out today, so I'm going to react to that next. So that's why I thought the episode was really good from that standpoint when it comes to wrapping things up decently as a season finale for the most part. Now, When it comes to the series itself, if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, that's where I do have to manage my rating a little differently, because since the series hasn't adapted its whole manga, and since the series is inconclusive, because I got to take this thing all in consideration. Kiraya still hasn't confessed her feelings towards Koshi. We haven't seen Koshi react to the romantic feelings of Kiraya yet. So there's still that plot point that hasn't been resolved. We still don't have the plot point resolved as to like whether or not Athena feels similarly towards Koshi when it comes to whether she feels romantically bound to her boy or not. We know Koshi has romantic feelings towards her, but that's about it. So there's still that plot point that still needs to be resolved. Oh, okay, Anime Doji. There's still also that little wrinkle too, where if you look at the episode, there's still the whole situation with Satea's feelings for our boy. We know that she loves Koshi, but does Koshi see Satea in like a similar light? Like, these are all important questions that the series kind of needs to answer for me to put this series in the great category. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the series, but there's a lot of plot points that still need to be resolved. And I'm just not going to ignore that. I'm like, yeah. So that's like, give or take, 3 or 4 major plot points that still need to be resolved. And on top of all that, something that also got mentioned about this series too, it mentions the fact that, for one, there's still a whole Athena not being completely comfortable around men yet, which is also something that's important because you got to consider that's a plot point they had in the first episode. Now, here's the thing about this series: if it just ends like this, all that stuff would be it wouldn't be resolved at all. So while yes, the series did good at not ending on like a painful cliffhanger, it doesn't necessarily have like a complete finality feeling. It feels like it still has more to touch on. And that's why when it comes to rating the script overall, I've got to really think about it deeply. Now, in saying that, there were some flaws. I mean, don't get me wrong. The series was great for the most part. It had a lot of great humor, good character development. But there were also flaws, too, on the series occasionally, narratively, if you really break it down. Let me give you this example. It relied on a similar gag that most ecchi anime rely on. Like when it comes to male characters being pointlessly hit by female characters. I remember seeing this type of stuff in the 2000s, a lot of anime back in the day. Like Love Hina, that was an ecchi. It did similar things. I remember this being done on other animes like, say, Maburaho. So when it comes to like some of the jokes, while some of the humor in the series is original, this series kind of relied on like cliche jokes on occasions. So that's why if I had to really rate the script on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I'm going to give it a high score of a 7 out of 10. I thought most episodes were actually good, but the weaknesses keep it from being an 8 or even a 9 out of 10. Now, if it didn't have any of these weaknesses, it'd be an 8 out of 10. If it adapted the whole source material with a satisfactory ending, then I'd bump up my score to a 9 out of 10. But since, as it's currently constructed, the series is an incomplete adaptation, there's a lot of plot points that haven't been resolved. And the weaknesses, all things considered. And then in the series, some episodes did have inconsistent animation. Like some episodes were gorgeous. Other episodes were not so gorgeous. Like you can definitely tell that the production budget was spread thin. And thank you for the info on Scarlet Nexus. But you can tell that in some instances, the production budget was spread thin in a few places. So that's why, taking all this in consideration, if I had to rate this series overall on a scale of 1 to 10, with again 5 being average, 1 being abysmal, and 10 being exceptional, I gotta go 7 out of 10 for yes. I thought the series was good. It was above average. I enjoyed it. I would probably rewatch the best episodes of the series, but the weaknesses keep it from being a bona fide classic for me. And that's not to say that can't change. If it gets a season 2 that gets rid of all of its weaknesses, that adapts the whole story, that resolves every major plot point that I mentioned, then this series could potentially go up to an 8, 8.5, and maybe even a 9 out of 10 for me. But it would have to be damn impressive for that to happen, though. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's very possible. It's doable. It's just highly unlikely because you don't get to see that with a lot of anime now and then. I'm still rooting for its success, though, because I do want to see that happen. But yeah, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode and the series in general. Now, right before I go, though, I would love to say thank you very much to Animated OG for commenting on the live chat. Thank you very much, everyone else, for also watching my video. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe, and I will see y'all later if you come back for more, because in around 3 to 8 minutes, I'll be reacting to the Hike Story Episode 1, which is on Funimation's website, apparently. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a great, safe, fun, and fantastic day, and I'll react to the Tsukimichi and Drugstore after Hike Story Animated OG. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.